Well, welcome back. We've got new polls this morning. A new poll from Monmouth University shows President Biden's approval rating now below 40%. Less than 2 weeks away from the first in-person debate between Biden and former President Trump on June 27th. As new details are released this weekend on the rules of the presidential debate, among the issues expected, the economy and immigration, including the impact Bidenomics has had on regular Americans. A new report from the Labor Department shows overall inflation up 20% on Joe Biden's watch, with the cost of the basic essentials, food, shelter, energy, continuing to squeeze consumers as real wages go down. Joining me now is former Trump senior counsel and Fox News contributor Kellyanne Conway. Kellyanne, great to see you. Assess the state of the race for us.
Well, it's Trump's to lose at this moment. We have a long way to go for Election Day. I hope early vote and the Swamp the Vote program they've put out is very successful. I think if President Trump encourages people to vote early, Maria, it'll be very different than 2020 and even 2022, when in a state like Pennsylvania, Fetterman beat Oz 4-1 on the early vote, over 700,000 votes cast by the time they had their first and only debate, with people then Googling, how do I change my vote? You don't. So I would love to see that happen, investing in the non-sexy parts of politics. I think they're doing a great job. Here's the irony of this race. The irony is that Donald Trump is expanding his map into counties, into communities across the country, and you can't name a single county or state where Joe Biden is expanding his map. Trump's in Detroit. He's in the South Bronx. He's in Wildwood, New Jersey. But he's also in Minnesota. He's over in Virginia. They're talking about New Hampshire. And the irony is Joe Biden is doing slightly better, which means better than poor, in states that are very white, like Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Trump's doing much better in the diverse states like Arizona, Nevada, Georgia. That's the irony here. The other thing that's going on is Trump is the unifier that Biden said he would be. He's unifying the party. He's got people who said they never support him and vote for him standing next to him. And here's what Trump's really doing that's smart. Not only is he going in and not only is he speaking up, putting up, and standing up, he's showing up. When you show up into a community that you're going to win 15%, 20, 25% only, you're showing America that every vote counts. You want to be the president of all Americans. And you're doing another thing, Maria. You're practicing for the debate. You're standing at a podium. You're injecting some humor. You're reviewing your policy accomplishments. Biden's not doing anything like that. Look at the contrast of just this weekend. You got Donald Trump in Detroit talking to 8,000 people, and then at a black church, of course. By the way, he did that in 2016. Detroit in 2016 is where Donald Trump famously said, also on a Saturday, what have you got to lose? You've been voting this way for a while. And then you've got Joe Biden hobnobbing with Hollywood. It tells you all you need to know. California, scene of the next Hunter Biden trial, which will matter to voters. Joe Biden lied on the debate stage about Hunter Biden. So I think President Trump's going to do very well in that debate. On Friday night, I was sitting right there. He sort of was skewering a little bit the moderators, Dana Bash and Jake Tapper and CNN. People are upset that he's doing a debate on CNN. He'll be fine. He's Donald Trump. But my advice to him is let Joe Biden speak. Let him slur, let him struggle, let him stumble, let him stand at a debate podium for 90 minutes with the lack of energy, acuity, agility, and ability we all see, and be ready for most of the questions to be about abortion and January 6th and COVID and the obsessions that the left
about
has.
This debate, because CNN came out with their rules. 2 commercial breaks, no candidate interactions allowed with campaign staff during the commercial breaks. Podiums and positions will be determined by a coin flip. Mics will be muted outside speaking time. And RFK Jr. could still qualify. Interesting. Do now maybe the White House wants a distraction of RFK Jr., or will that be a negative for President Biden? Give us your most important issues in terms of prep for this upcoming debate less than 2 weeks away.
So Trump is the insurgent incumbent, and that's the best prep he has. He's back to the 2016 hunger, swagger, underdog, underestimated, outsider to the system, fighting for you, fighting for the forgotten man, forgotten women who now feel invisible under Bidenomics and border insecurity and the hot spots all over the world, Maria. And yet he has an incumbent's record of 4 years. So if he focuses on the binary choice, one of his biggest applause lines is about Maganomics versus Bidenomics. I think many of those CEOs are looking at Joe Biden as the ultimate government insider that regulates and makes us energy dependent on foreign sources and taxes them and doesn't really understand the way job creators operate versus a guy who is a job creator like them. So I think for the debate, President Trump will focus on the binary choice America has between his presidency and your life with him and your life under Joe Biden. Also, it's going to be a test of will. of that energy and acuity I'm talking about, a little bit of humor. But I think CNN believes they're cutting down the mic so that Donald Trump doesn't speak the whole time. Great. Let Joe Biden speak. In fact, give him half the time, I beg of you. If RFK Jr. is there, it's bad for Biden because it reminds everybody they made a huge mistake purging RFK Jr. from the party. Maria, they should have kept him in. Bernie Sanders beat Hillary Clinton in 23 primaries and caucuses. That's a real contender.
Yeah.
Name one state RFK Jr. would have beaten Biden in the primaries. He wouldn't have, but they're so afraid of any kind of competition.
Yeah.
Joe Biden, it's reported he's going to be holed up in Camp David preparing for the debate. I promise you, the most popular word in that debate prep by far is Trump. They're trying, and they even had him in court. By the way, Donald Trump is not an indoor cat. Look at him now that he's back on the trail, unleashed, raising the money as the messenger with the message. He's got the momentum. And Donald Trump, I'm going to name 5 groups for you where he's doing better. He's doing better than before among blacks, Hispanics, union households, political independents, and young people, and some female groups. He doesn't need 50% of any group I just said to you, and he could be the next president.
Wow. All right, Kellyanne, we'll be watching. We are getting close. Great to talk with you, former Trump senior counselor Kellyanne Conway.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.